117, claws out. Don't worry. Tonight it's Joey, Harry, and Ryan. But Luke's hanging out in Port Macquarie. Benji's Tigers beat the Roosters by 2. Tried July, started up the men and women earning loot. The Ruck Infringement Podcast. Claws out. It's the best NRL podcast. No doubt. Thanks to every listener and our brand new sponsor too. The Corner Post, you legends moving to Westfield, Liverpool soon.
Legends, welcome back to another episode of the Ruck Infringement Podcast, episode 117, Claws Out. As always, I'm your host, Joey. The boys are back this week, joined by the full cast. Well, not quite the full cast, but the Dongle is back. How are you, mate?
Hey, mate. Good. Thank you very much. A bit better than you, apparently.
Yes,
You
yes.
sound awful. But
Oh, thank you, mate. Yeah, I've had for those that can only hear the audio at the moment, I had some ulcers throughout the week, so haven't been talking too well, which if you guys know me, it's a rarity not to be talking.
it's a rarity and a blessing, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Some special news in your life, though, mate. Your wife, you welcomed your third baby into the world last week, was it?
Yeah, on Tuesday last week. Yeah,
Congrats,
on the
mate.
first. Thanks very much, man. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, so I'm finally a boy dad now. I've got 2 girls and a boy now. So yeah,
Welcome.
it's,
Welcome to
little
the
Ruben
fun.
is one of the latest
There
little
you
ruckies.
go,
Yeah, so
hey?
yeah, good. Yeah.
Young Garrick, can't
Yeah.
wait. And of course, the international cricket sensation is here as well. How are you, Harry?
Yeah, man, I'm all right. I'm on the back end of what you just got, what you're currently going through now. But, yeah, you know, always a great week of footy and always a pleasure to be here. Other than you being sick, though, how are you?
Mate, yeah, I'm good. I mean, it wasn't a great
3
week of
weeks in
footy
a
for
row,
me either. But I know, 3 weeks in a row. I'm shocked here. I didn't think you guys cared this much, but I love it. Look, if you are tuning in for the first time, thank you. This is the podcast for you and your mates, full of good banter, mediocre betting advice, and just an all-around good time. So thank you for tuning in. Bear with us as we get through this episode. If we cough through the episode,
Yeah.
but let's
It'll
get
be pretty.
straight into a bit of a ruck report from last week. Now, myself and Boxy did the ruck report last night on Instagram Live. You can head over to YouTube and watch that as well. But thought we'd do a quick little review. Thursday night footy, of course, all started. Friday night footy all started with the Dogs and the Broncos. All of us were on the Dogs. Dogs were up 18-0 at halftime. Somehow lost the game, 22-18. Boys, thoughts?
Yeah, can't tell if the Dogs just switched off or if Billy Walters is the player of the century. Yeah, he came on. It was game changing. Yeah, like they.
I don't know about that.
Just I don't know. Yeah, obviously the ball was switched off. But yeah, it was. Yeah, put your hat on. Yeah, interesting watch. You're right though. Yeah, like a lot of people probably went to bed with about 20 minutes to go, thinking it was all over, and yeah, everyone woke up and thought, "What's this? 22-18." how good it was. Yeah, definitely unexpected, but you got to keep them honest, don't you? Canterbury, they were all over them. I think they got a bit cocky in the end, and yeah, Bulldogs made them pay. Broncos made them pay. Sorry.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't like. I think when we looked at the games, this was probably the game we could have said, "Oh, I can see an upset," but obviously, a lot of people went the Dogs. A lot of talk about the Galvin saga still wrecking this team, and obviously they made changes in this game, moving Burton to centre to accommodate Galvin there. We'll talk a bit about it later because I do have it in talking points soon. Harry, moving to our next game was the Raiders against the Dragons. Now, Raiders getting it done 28-24, but the Dragons did really well to come back in this game. Mate, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I was actually quite shocked. Like, it was a very close first half. Like, I think it ended up 12-6 to the Raiders. I reckon it should have been 12-12 with a controversial forward pass call.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I will say I will congratulate even though they lost, I will congratulate the Dragons for staying in the fight instead of just rolling over and letting Raiders run through them. Yeah, it was probably one of the closest games that I've seen in a while where, you know, Dragons were pretty much all down and out, but then they decided to look to their Lord and Saviour, Kyle Flanagan, and you know, him getting over for a
It's a
try.
sore point. Don't talk about it. Ricky will come for you.
And
He was good. He put his own dad shoes on, didn't he?
No, I will say Kyle actually played really well in that game.
He did.
He played really well, and it's probably going to do his confidence a little bit, like a world of good, to be honest, because obviously he's been the target of a lot of things in the media recently, and fair play to him.
He's the real scapegoat, isn't he? I don't think that's the issues though. Like with the Dragons, like it goes a lot deeper than that. But I get the frustration with him. But yeah, like you said, that was definitely his best game, I think, this year.
Yeah.
I think the halfback always becomes the scapegoat because so much goes through them. All your attack goes through the half usually. So, but I don't think it's warranted. I think Kyle is a very good player. Boys, we jump into Cowboys Storm now. Storm getting it done 26-20. Dongle, another not so convincing win from Melbourne.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I thought the Cowboys had it wrapped up with about 10 to go. It looked good for them. And then, Melbourne just did what Melbourne do best and they played the full 80, I guess, but which is an odd thing to say because they let them into the game. But, yeah, they played right up to the end and had a couple of calls go their way, I suppose you could say. But they got it done in the end, didn't they? So a good comeback as well, yeah. Like I said, I thought they were done. It was just, they just kept coming at him and eventually they just got the better of them.
It's probably another game where everyone had Melbourne 13 plus.
Yeah.
And Cowboys somehow managed to keep it tight. So credit to them. Try July, of course, is on. Nick Meaney's I really liked. You see his try celebration.
Yeah, the first one or the second one?
The boat.
Oh yeah, the Indonesian Indonesian boat racing. Oh, that clip, that
was
clip
great.
Is so hilarious.
Yeah, that was actually really well done, and I love Nelson's as well.
Yeah,
with
the selfie.
With the selfie. I don't think Bellamy was too happy, but look, I mean, Melbourne's still doing Melbourne things, aren't they? They're still hanging in there.
It's not that convincing win yet, is it? Yeah,
that's right.
Still waiting
but
to
that's
see
what's scary is they're still winning games. Jump into the next game. This was a absolute shock to the system. Now, Roosters Tigers. Tigers getting the win, 30-28. Harry, we'll throw to you in this one, but mate, we were all watching this game. We were messaging in our group chat and. Tigers flew out of the box. They're up 20-0 at one stage, and they looked incredible. Mate, thoughts on this game? Where it went wrong for the Tigers second half, or thoughts?
I think in the second half the Tigers had just put so much effort into their defense that they were out on their feet.
Yeah,
you could see perfect example. Stafford Toa, he was out in the center, just out on his feet, clutching his arm after every tackle. But, fair play to the Tigers. They got the job done. They stopped the comeback, which, again, congratulations to your Roosters too.
Almost got it.
You almost got it. But, I will say this is from Luke. I spoke to him earlier in the day. The Roosters suck. But,
Fuck you, Luke.
But it was a good game to watch. And, it was good to see the Tigers break their losing streak too.
It was. And their losing streak against the Roosters. Haven't beaten us since 2018. That was round one. I remember that game, 10-8. And then before that, hadn't beaten us since 2011. So we're the Tigers hoodoo team.
Yep. Bogey team. There it is.
Absolute bogey, as Joey Johns would say. It was, look, I thought it ended up a really, really good game. All these games were tight this week, which was the best part.
Yeah.
Really good. And then Dongle finishes off Manly v South Sydney. Manly getting it done 30-12, take us through the game.
Yeah, Manly got it done easy. I think this is the only game that didn't really have a close contest in the end, obviously 30-12, but there wasn't a comeback or anything like that every other game this weekend had some sort of comeback or a really close contest in the end. Manly came out, Manly dominated, and it looked all too easy from there. I think Travojevic is playing some really good footy again when they've moved him back in the centre. I like Lehigh Hapawadi in fullback. I think he's the difference there. So
he's a star. He's going to be a good player. You got to keep him there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't think they're going to go back to the Turbo thing. I think he's done in the fullback for now, unless there was some sort of couple of injuries in the team. But I think he's cemented there well in the centre. And he does get his hands on the ball and he runs the ball a lot more in centre. He's not looking to make plays. He's just tucking the ball under his arm and just going for the line, which is great to see.
Agreed.
It's a lot better running game of his than that, rather than trying to be like that third playmaker that we've seen him do. I think he's a lot better just putting the ball under his arm and just going for the line.
Yeah, look, that was it for NRL for round 18, as it was Origin bye week. We did have the NRLW start up as well, which was fantastic. So some really good games to watch there. I know the Roosters girls in that one actually got a massive win, 30-6.
Yep.
Parramatta beat your Sharks on Thursday night. That was an early game.
Set up to watch that. Thanks for that.
Just a couple of wins there. The Knights girls, pretty sure did they win? They had Broncos. I'm trying to remember.
No, so the Bulldogs beat the Knights 26-12.
Yep. Bulldogs is their first female team in the comp too.
Yeah. So we'll just do a quick run through of the results.
Yeah, go for
it. So Thursday was Para Sharks. Para getting it done 18-16.
Oh yeah, tell us about that one.
In a tight contest. Commiserations to the Dongle. At least one of your teams actually got points this week, albeit the men were not even playing.
They even looked better.
Yep. And then continuing on into Friday, as we mentioned, the Dogs getting it done 26-12 over the Knights. Going on Saturday, Broncos putting on a score against the Tigers 28-4.
Wow.
Just absolutely dominating them. Also on the Saturday as well, we got the Dragons getting it done 36-14 over the Raiders. Shame the men couldn't do that. But and then following on, you got the Queensland Derby. Cowboys getting it done 20-6 over the Tits.
Your cousin playing that game?
No, she's currently suspended.
Oh no.
She got suspended from the Maori All Stars game. And then obviously your Chookies getting it done 30-6 against the Wars.
Yeah, beautiful. Great little recap there for the NRLW. Beautiful.
We love it.
Yeah.
Well, mate, I've got to ask, how are you keeping yourself looking so fresh these days?
Mate, it's because of these awesome safety glasses from Stay Fancy Eyewear. Not only do they protect me from the harsh rays of the sun, but they also make me look damn good too.
Well, mate, where can I get myself a pair of those?
Visit their website at stayfancy.com.au or visit their social media pages. And if you follow the Ruck Infringement Podcast, you can use the code RUCK10% for 10% off today.
I'm heading there right now. You'll see a new me next week.
Stay Fancy Eyewear, keeping you safe and looking good while doing it.
We're going to jump into a bit of He's Been Doing It All Game, Sir, our suspension segment for this week. As there was only 5 games, there shouldn't be too much to talk about. I actually don't really remember many at all. If any of you guys have it there, let me know.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Really, really good internet here.
No,
me.
it's pretty
Here
bad.
we go.
All right,
Clemmer,
you want to
here
take
we
us
go.
through it?
Raiders hat-trick hero KO Weeks and Dragons enforcer David Clemmer have been fined after taking the early guilty pleas. Weeks was charged with a grade 1 crusher. Been charged, with a $1,500 fine, and Clemmer was sin-binned in the final minutes of his side's loss with a grade 1 careless high tackle on Joseph Tarpanay. They're the only 2.
Wow, that's
this
it.
week, yeah.
Wow, that's huge. Beautiful. And then on the back of that, we'll jump into niggling, which is our injury segment. You got that there for us, Harry?
Yep. So, in an unfortunate note, on his return game, Brandon Smith is set to be on the sidelines again for 6 to 8 weeks, injuring the same knee that he did for the Roosters. Where else? South Sydney lost Liam LeBlanc to back spasms earlier in the game, only lasting 12 minutes. Cowboys second rower Sam McIntyre suffering a calf injury. Other than that, there was no one else really. There wasn't much.
Players ruled out before the game.
Yeah,
Paps
Murray, Paps, Murray Tuolagi,
Billy Smith.
Other than that, Charles Nickel Clockstad's injury has been confirmed to be a LCL sprain.
So was Metcalf as well, by the look of it, yeah. Like gone for the season.
Yeah,
geez.
Metcalf's gone for the
that's
season,
confirmed.
but Nickel Clockstad's looking to return in round 21 against the Titans.
Okay. Well, I guess it's bittersweet news for Warriors fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, boys. Of course, if you are watching the video, I'm rocking the hat tonight. The liability hat as we all ended up with the same this week, didn't we? And the margin was the same, but I thought I'd take it as the Roosters lost to the Tigers, probably the biggest shock upset.
And you're the incumbent from last week too.
And I'm the incumbent, so I thought
Carryover champ.
I'd take it. I'd take it again, boys, which is absolutely fine. All right, we're going to jump into Dynamos and Dungs for round 18. You want to start us off, Dongle?
Yeah, of course, man. Dynamos had a few special mentions. Xavier Willison, KO Weeks. I think they were great. Xavier Willison, taking the Broncos pack on his back there and just saying, "Here, boys, come with me this way." And I hate to say it to you, man, Latu Fainu. I think he was brilliant for the Tigers.
Good.
Easily his best game of the season. But controversial. I'm going to give it to Ezra Mam. I think it was Boodle game, and then he just said,
You're about to be Boodle Pod.
Shut the fuck up, and that's how we do it.
Wow.
So that's my Dynamos. Dungs, I'm going for a team as my dung. I'm going to pick on the Bulldogs again this week.
Yep.
FTB, mate. Fuck the Bulldogs.
bit rough.
And I'm going to single someone out for something that it's a pet hate of mine. I'm singling out Bronson Garlick here from the Melbourne Storm. He stays down, claiming he had a crusher tackle put on him by Cohen Hess. And he's done the thing where he stays down, and eventually the ref has to call it. And, you'd like to see, okay, what's it all about?
I hate that.
They go back to it. Turns out he actually copped a high shot. It wasn't a crusher tackle. So he's holding the wrong side of his head to start with. And then, just for all of his drama there, he, silly fucker, he gets sent off for a HIA. And then he gets in an argument with someone from the bench or from the crowd or something. He's blowing up at someone as he was walking off. Dung, Bronson Garlick.
Just don't milk. Like, just get up and play.
It is frustrating.
Oh, I hate it so much. But
like, it was to the point where he was holding onto the ball and he was just sitting on the ground, just waiting. They couldn't just say, like, they had to stop the game because he just wasn't standing up.
You see it so much now.
pisses me off,
Unfortunately, their coach to do it. Harry, Dynamo and Dung, round 18.
My Dynamo is KO Weeks.
Very nice.
For his performance against the Dragons, scoring 3 tries. He was all over the place. He ran for 346 run meters with 2 line breaks tied with Tyrell Sloan.
He was so good.
He was just everywhere. And he even got a try assist too. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, he was just all in all best on park. In terms of Dung, I'm going to leave your Roosters.
We were understrength.
I'm gonna go the Bunnies. I think
okay.
that was it was a much needed win for them, and they just couldn't get anything going. I think the loss of Latrell impacted them like really bad. Same with like Cody Walker, losing one of their players in the first 12 minutes as well didn't help. But my dung this week is the Bunnies.
Wow, boys, Dynamo for me. Our favourite, Mark Nwangani Tawaze. Really good game.
Yeah.
Double, over 250 running meters. Is there just anything this guy can't do? Like, every week, he's just getting better and better. I found out the other day, he's only 24. 24.
Yeah. It's scary, isn't it? Yeah. Like, he's...
Jesus.
He's a freak at 24.
And he's like,
Imagine what he could be.
He's like, what, 6'4",
Yeah,
6'5"?
He's my Dynamo this week, just purely based on being in a losing team. I thought when they got him the ball, he looked dangerous every time. Shout out to our young Tom Rodwell too. I thought he did really well out on the wing, holding his own. Dung, boys, is an interesting one. Now, I'm going to give it to a winning team. And this doesn't happen often, but I'm giving it to Melbourne. Now, the reason I'm giving it to Melbourne is because this is a team, as we've spoken about week in, week out, that should be demolishing their opposition. And week in, week out, they're not. They're copping sprays. Week in, week out, they're winning by 2 points, 4 points. And they just, you watch their game and there's a period there of like 20, 30 minutes where they just doze off.
Yeah,
they just doze off. A team gets back into the competition. If you're a top 4 team, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Silly errors,
I expect
handling
that.
errors. Yeah.
I expect that from a team fighting for the 8. But a team that's in the top 4, like Melbourne, who are so prestigious and have done this for so long, I don't expect them to be fading so much.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it week in, week out. So I'm going to give them my dung this week.
So did you see Craig Bellamy? He lost his shit and left the box for about 5-10 minutes. They literally just panned the camera to him going, fuck.
Yeah.
Gets up,
Doesn't
storms
surprise
out.
me. It does not surprise
And
me.
the commentator
at all.
goes, I don't think he's going to get a Coke Zero, that's for sure.
Well, that is it for Dynamos and Dungs for another week. Looking at the live ladder, of course, the Raiders now, boys. Outright, you want to take us through that, Dongle?
Yeah, sure, man. We've got the Canberra Raiders here outright first on 30 points.
Wow.
Still with buys in hand. So
Wow.
That's very alarming. Then we have Melbourne in second, equal with Canterbury. They're also tied second, on 28 points. Down in fourth place on 26 points, we've got the Warriors. Fifth place, we've got the Broncos now. They're on 22 points. Sixth place, the Panthers on 21 points. And then on 20 points, in 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, we have the Dolphins, Manly, and then 9th is the Roosters, Cronulla being 10. They're our last 2 teams on 20. Sitting in 11th place on 18 points is St. George Illawarra, the Dragons. 12th place, we have the Cowboys on 17 points. 13th and 14th and 15th, all on 16 points, are Newcastle, the Tigers, and Parramatta. And cemented down the bottom on 14 points is the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Gold Coast Titans.
And have our wooden spooners changed at all?
Yeah, I had Newcastle.
I got a feeling
yeah.
it could be South Sydney.
Yeah,
mate.
no, it's not looking good, is it?
I had
Yeah.
the Cows.
You did, but South Sydney, they're just in shambles. Their injury crisis at the moment is crazy.
Yeah, it's
And would it be wild, right? So obviously everyone talks about Bennett being the super coach. Now, he hasn't won a comp for 15 years. He hasn't won a comp since 2010, since he had the Dragons.
Yeah.
Everyone's still calling him the super coach.
yeah.
What if he has gone from the Dolphins, who are now on the up, to the Bunnies, and he gets a wooden spoon? Crazy. I think that'd be a rarity. I don't think he's ever got one.
Does he get a 1 year of a rebuilding phase or something? I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, does he
It's a hard team to
get a
manage,
bit
I
of
reckon, South.
leniency?
Yeah.
Oh, who
It'd be a hard
knows?
team to walk into, South. Like such a
Yeah.
like an already like cemented team
They
with
just
like
have such
history
good
and
players, don't
yeah,
they? You know,
you're right though. Like they got nearly the all-time try scoring like hero. Yeah, so
and he hasn't scored for 3 weeks.
He played
Yeah.
fullback too, like didn't he?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
just weird. They moved Tallis Duncan in the centers, and
Personally,
like,
I would have probably chucked Jack White in it at fullback.
I mean, personally, I hope they do get the spoon. I'd love to see it. All right, let's
Oh,
move
that's
on from
it.
our live ladder into some wild fantasies. Now, Supercoach and NRL fantasy for this week. Now, Supercoach did all right. I ended up with 1,045. Of course, Captain Tedesco, he saved me at the end with a try. His points weren't looking very good at half time.
saved many multis too at the end, didn't he, with his try?
Yep.
He did.
Thanks, Teddy.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Teddy. But he at halftime, I think he was on like 20 points. And I was like, oh no, I've made a bad captaincy choice here. Terrell May again with another solid 100 input. Tallis Duncan scored me 2 tries and he got a 100 and something as well.
105.
105. Harry, how'd you go?
Yeah, less than you. I got 814 because majority of my players
Yeah, not bad. It
either
was a
had
bye
the
week.
bye or
Yep.
just didn't play. I captained Terrell May. He got 94.
Nice.
And Tommy Turbo, I should have captained him. He got 123.
Yeah, well done.
Then, like you said, Tallis Duncan, back-to-back centuries as well, in both in losing efforts as well.
Yep.
And then, it's either Samuela or Sione. Samuela Fainu for me got 85 as well. Other than
Yeah, the
that,
final brothers, they were good.
yeah. Other than that, just low scores.
NRL fantasy, I believe I got 860 odd. There was a week that was, it's hard for Origin week. You know, I have no trades left in NRL fantasy.
Yeah.
Supercoach, I think I got like 10 left. So, look, trades for this week. I don't know if I need to make too many. I'm pretty happy with my team at the moment. So I might just let it ride for a couple of weeks and we'll do that. But don't forget, if you are in our Supercoach or NRL Fantasy comps, you're playing for SC Championship rings. Best rings going around. Check them out at SC Rings on their social media or at their website as well.
Right here, legends, before we get back to sledging refs and over-analysing bunker calls, a quick word from our mates at LMTLS Finance, the only brokerage where your loan gets approved faster than at a car in open space.
Tradies, footy heads, weekend warriors. If you're dreaming of that new ute, upgrading the family wagon, or finally getting that jet ski that's been sitting in your someday folder, stop dreaming.
LMTLS Finance makes it happen. No bull, no paperwork piles, just fast approvals from our over 50 lenders that don't leave you on the bench waiting.
They speak your language too. No fancy finance jargon, just straight talk and solid results. And if your credit history's got more bumps than a state of origin decider, no worries. They'll still back you.
Think of them as the Cam Smith of finance, calm under pressure, sharp as attack, and always making the right play.
So if you want cash flow quicker than a 7-tackle set, hit up LMT LS Finance, tell them the Ruck Infringement Boys sent you, and they might even shout you a sausage roll. No promises, but worth a crack.
Check them out now on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. LMTLS Finance. Get approved, not penalised.
All right, boys, it is time for the Profits Preview, round 19 of the NRL and the NRLW. So let's start off with the NRL. Now, Friday night, well, we've actually got Wednesday night is Origin first. So we'll quickly say, look, Origin 3 decider. It's going to be great. New South Wales versus Queensland. We're all in New South Wales.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a score and a couple of try scorers, Dongle.
All right, score. I'm going to go New South Wales to win. We'll go 26-18.
Oh, nice.
A couple of try scorers. Let's go big. Let's go Liam Martin. Let's go
Is he playing? Let's go Nathan Cleary.
Oh,
I assume he's
juicy.
playing.
Yeah, he's named.
Yeah,
Let's go.
he's playing.
A couple of Panthers players there, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And we'll go Isaiah Yeo. I
Yeah,
get over
beautiful.
as well.
Throwing
Shout out to you,
another Panther.
Shout out to you, Panthers players.
Thank
Harry,
you. Thank you.
what
Please do it.
Yeah, I've got New South Wales winning, obviously. In terms of scoreline, I reckon 32-18. If you're looking at try scorers, Toto, Edwards. If I have to pick a Queenslander,
You don't have to, mate.
I'm actually worried because given everything that's happened over the last few days, I think Cam Munster, he's going to get over. He's going to pull off.
He's going to have a big game.
He's going to want to pull off a masterclass for Queensland, and
Yeah,
I
for
reckon
sure.
that starts with him scoring. So yeah, I got him to get over as well.
New South Wales for me, boys. I'll go big. I'll go 38-10. I think we'll flog them. A couple of try scorers. Got to have Toto in there. Zach Lomax as well. Angus Crichton. Just got to have my Rooster boys as well. So I'll throw him in.
Get it done.
If I have to do a Queenslander as well, maybe Shibasaki. Hey, on debut. Gimat. But that's it for Origin. Let's jump into some NRL Rugby League. Friday night footy. Cronulla Sharks versus the Dolphins. 8 o'clock. Shark Stadium. Harry, who wins?
I've got the Dolphins.
Don't blame you.
I've got Dolphins coming off the bye, and then the week prior putting 50 on the Bunnies. I think they're going to want to put on a massive scoreline here. Yeah, Dolphins 13 plus. In terms of try scorers, Jake Avarillo, Braden Trindle, and Jermaine Asako.
Very nice. And we're assuming this week that Origin boys are all back up and everything as well.
We just run off that assumption.
Yeah. Dongle.
Yeah, look, again, going Sharks. No confidence at all.
Yeah.
Dolphins have been putting the lines through teams, 50 plus. So hopefully not the case. I'm going to go the Sharks just because I go for them. No other reason. Try scorers if I have to. Let's go. We'll go Jesse Ramian. He hasn't scored in a while. We'll go Jesse Ramian to get over. And Braden Trindle, he's playing pretty well lately as well. So a couple of Sharky boys to get over there.
I'm actually going to back the Sharks as well. Sorry, guys. I think this could be a bit of a danger game for the Dolphins. Sharks are desperate. They're out of the 8. They need to get back in there. They're going to play out of their skin in this game. I'll back them in. I'll back Sharks by 2. Try scorers, Nico Hines to get over. Renato Mulatalo and the Hammer to score. Jump into some
shout.
Saturday footy. It's the Newcastle Knights against the Melbourne Storm. 3 o'clock, McDonald Jones Stadium. Dongle, who you got?
This could be anything. Yeah, like we were just talking about, like Melbourne just not going to get done convincingly against the Knights, which could be anything. Knights paying $4 though. That's shit.
Juicy.
I don't know. Very juicy. Just off form though. Gotta go with Melbourne here. You have to, don't you?
I think so.
You have to, don't you? We'll go Alicia Katoa to score.
Do you know, I think apart from my team, I think I tip Storm every week, pretty much. Every week I pretty much tip Storm, apart from my own team.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm the same.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
like they're just, you can't.
It's almost a short
You,
thing.
you never go against your own team.
That's right. Harry.
Yeah, I got Melbourne easy. Melbourne, I don't think it's going to be a cricket score, but they're going to put on a massive score on them. Full strength as well. I'm going to go Paps for a double, Munster, Hughes, and Grant, the whole spine.
Very nice. Boys, I need to start making waves in tipping comp. I'm sitting down the bottom. This is not the game to do that. I'm going Melbourne by plenty. Melbourne by 30 plus. I really like that shout of the spine. I'll go the other side of the edge though. I'll go Sean Ball to score a try. Hasn't seen him score one this year or lately anyway. So I'll go Sean Ball to score. I'll go Harry Grant to get over. And then Nick Meaney for a double again.
Yeah.
All right, we'll jump into our next Saturday game. Of course, it is the Dragons against the Roosters, Jubilee Stadium, 5:30. Now, Dragons will welcome back Val Holmes. The Roosters welcome back Watson, Lee New, Collins, all the boys, Crichton, Toya.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And I heard this week that Billy Smith should be right to go as well. And Walker he could be named on the extended bench this week for the Roosters.
Yep.
He's 1 week away. So
Bradley as well, back from
yes,
concussion.
Bradley will be back too, which will be great. So in saying that, we'll start off with you, Harry. Who you got?
I'm taking this tip with no confidence whatsoever. I got the Roosters.
With our stars back, no confidence.
Yeah, no confidence.
Stars.
I'll say Roosters by 6. In terms of try scorers, Nawaka Nitawaze for a double, and Val Holmes to get over as well.
Yeah, nice. Obviously, we flogged them on Anzac Day, which was the previous fixture of this. Dongle, who you got?
Yeah. Oh, the Roosters too. Look, Dragons were good against Canberra during the week. Yeah, so I'm not overly confident that they're going to get it done easy, but I do think they'll win. So I'm going to go say like less than, I don't know, maybe out like 6 to 8 points or so. I reckon there'll be a try or two in it. Maybe that's it. A couple of try scorers though. We'll go Hugo Savala. He got over again on the weekend, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So hopefully he's hitting some form there. And we'll go Radley if he's back as well.
Yeah,
Get
very
him to
nice.
get over. So I'm going to go the Roosters in 6 to 8 points, somewhere around there.
Love it. Roosters for me. Roosters by plenty. Roosters 16 plus. I'll back in some try scorers in this one. I'll go Rob Toyer, Billy Smith if he's back as well. James Tedesco for a double in this game. If I do have to back a Dragon to score, I'll probably say I like Sloane to get over.
Yeah, Sloane.
Scored a double on the weekend, looked really good. Let's jump into our next Saturday game. It's the North Queensland Cowboys against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Now, Cowboys, is that $2?
$2.88.
$2.88.
Not
And then
bad, yeah.
Cowboys at $1.42. It is at our favourite stadium, of course, Queensland Country Bank Arena. Dongle, start off with you. Who you got?
I've called the episode already FTV, so let's go the Cows.
Wow.
Go on the Cows
That's
in a tight
huge.
one. I'm
The
going
Dogs
the
off
Cows.
2 losses.
Yeah, I
Wow.
know. It depends on the team they name as well. The Dogs, we'll talk about it later, like you said. But if they change it up a bit, I'll maybe head back to the Dogs. But for now, if they name that same team, let's go to Cowboys.
That's big. Harry?
Yeah, I've got the Dogs. Dogs to bounce back. I think after having 2 back-to-back losses as well, both by short margins. Obviously losing to us by 2, then losing last week to the Bronx by 4. So that being said, I got Doggies winning by 6.
Yeah.
In terms of try scorers, I like Matt Burton to get over again.
Yeah, nice.
And if he backs up, Jeremiah Nene.
Very nice. I will back the Dogs in. I do like your Cowboys pick. I mean, it's different and it's nice. But I'll go the Dogs in this one to back up from 2 losses in a row. It is very dependent on the team, but if I go a couple of try scorers, I'll go Jacob Preston to score and then Viliami Kikau on the other side as well. Let's jump into some Sunday Arvo footy. It's the Warriors against the West Tigers. This one will be a great game. Warriors $1.36. Tigers at $3.18. Harry, who we got?
I'm back in the Wars. Yes, their squad is going to be depleted now because no Nickel Clockstad for a few weeks, Metcalf's out for the season.
Yeah.
But I still think they've got it in them to get the result. I don't think it's going to be a thrashing. I think it's going to be a close one. I'm going to say Wars by 4. Try scorers, Roger is too fast for the Shrek. Leka Halasima, and from the Tigers, any 2 of the 3 Finey brothers to get over.
I love it. Dongle.
Yeah, close one here. Jeez, I'm torn. We'll go the Wars just because it is. We'll go the Warriors just because it is. That's Go Media Stadium. I reckon the Warriors get it done in a close game though. Like we'll go like a 2-point game. Yeah, not confident on it though. Yeah, like the Tigers, I think they're going to be full of confidence after beating the Roosters.
Yep.
Abby Coruscant should be back this week as well from concussion.
Luai.
So Luai's going to be back as well. Yeah, obviously from Origin. You almost
Is Bula back?
Nah, he's still out for
21, was he?
fullback.
Yeah,
He's still
around
out.
That's right.
21.
Taruva at
So,
fullback. He wasn't
yeah,
too bad.
Taruva at fullback.
Taruva was
bad,
actually
yeah.
really good at
Yeah.
fullback.
So yeah, but no, I think the Warriors just get it done just for a home ground advantage, like and
I'm
kind of it.
I think I'm going to back the Tigers.
Ooh, Luke's going to like you.
Mainly because
You
the
retract
Metcalf
statement.
injury for me. The Metcalf injury is massive, and I don't know if they have the talent to cover that. And I thought Benji was so up for last week,
Yeah.
and he's going to say that performance every week, boys, every week. So I'll back the Tigers to back it up in this game. Tigers by 2 points. A couple of try scorers. I'll go Charlie Staines to score a try, Taruva to score, and then I really like Fisher Harris straight through the middle to get a meat pie as well.
League Lids are an international company selling retro corduroy sports hats to make you the envy of all your friends. Head over to League Lids and check out their array of hats today and use our discount code RUCK10 for 10% off.
All right, our next Sunday game, it's the Parramatta Eels against the Penrith Panthers, the Battle of the West. Combank Stadium, always a great game, this one.
Running it back from 5 weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Parramatta, $3.80, unfortunately. Penrith, $1.27. In the past, though, this is always one that you can throw the form guide out the window.
Yeah.
Para usually turn up against Penrith. They always want to get the win against them, apart from the grand final. But Dongle, we'll start off with you. Who you got?
Panthers. I reckon Panthers are back, baby. I reckon Panthers get it done fairly easily, unfortunately, to my Parramatta faithful. Yeah, we'll go Panthers here by 13 plus.
Paul
yeah.
Pretty.
You'll be right.
Harry?
Yeah, I got my boys Penrith getting it done. I reckon we get it done by 10. In terms of try scorers, Blaze Talagi to score against his former club. Isaiah Papali, or Papali'i, however you want to pronounce it, to score against his former club. And
the Penrith Eels.
and Toto to get in as well, should he, if he backs up.
He used to play for the Eels, didn't he?
He was Eels Junior.
This one's tough. This one's tough, boys.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Usually I would back Para in this game, but based on the past couple of weeks Penrith have been playing, they've looked really good. In saying that, fuck it, I'll back Para. I'll back Para to get it done. Para by a point, field goal in it.
What a shock.
Footy Dean to kick the field goal. Footy Dean Hawkins. In terms of try scorers, Zach Lomax to score if he's back. Jermaine Hopgood against his former club. And Iongi against his former club as well. So we'll go with that. And let's jump into our next Sunday game. It's the Gold Coast Titans against the Brisbane Broncos. Another Queensland derby there.
Yep.
Titans at $3.70. Broncos at $1.29. Harry, who we got?
I got Broncos to run it up. I reckon they're going to put a massive scoreline on the tits, unfortunately. This could potentially be Hasler's last game if they get flogged.
Yeah.
So Broncos by plenty. In terms of try scorers, Ezra Mam likes a meat pie at the moment.
He's a hungry boy.
Yeah, he's a hungry boy.
Taking his way.
Shibasaki, if he backs up. And Billy Walters.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's scoring for fun at the moment, Billy.
Yeah.
Dongle.
Yeah, I would also like the Brisbane shout there, yeah. I'm not going to tip the Gold Coast until they win another game,
Yeah.
so I think they put a line through them for this year. Brisbane. I reckon Brisbane 13 plus, a couple of try scorers. We'll go Payne Haas to score on return. Yeah, hopefully he gets over the line.
Very nice.
And who else going to go? We'll go Dean Mariner. I mean, he's
Very
in form
good.
too, so yeah.
Look,
mine too.
Oh, I've always had a soft spot for the tits, but it's the Brits.
For different reasons.
Yeah, for different. That's right. But it's the Brits for me this week.
Yep.
I think they get it done. I think Broncos, as you said, 13 plus, 20 plus. So I think they'll put an absolute massacre on the Titans. Unfortunately, for Desi, because I do like Desi as a coach, but I think you are right, Harry. I think he's played his last or close to his last game here. In terms of try scorers, Tony Staggs for a double, Shibasaki for a try, and let's go Reece Walsh to score as well. Should we run through the NRLW for round 2?
Yeah, sure.
If we
Why
have it
not?
there?
Why
we
not?
go through, we can just say the teams playing each other.
Sure.
Got it there?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So we start Thursday night. West Tigers women against the Canterbury Bulldogs. I think we all think the Dogs will win that. The Tigers were pretty woeful last week.
Yeah, just going off form.
Yeah. Raiders v Cronulla. That'll be a really good game.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
That'll be a good game. I'm leaning towards Canberra at GIO, but Sharks, they got a good squad.
I reckon Sharks in an upset.
Wow.
Sharks.
Yeah,
Sharks.
Sharks,
Yeah, why not?
Of course. Dragons Roosters, so it's the double at Jubilee, which is awesome. I'll go the Roosters girls to back it up.
Yeah. Yeah, Chookies girls
Yeah.
to get it done.
That's good. I'm glad they're bringing back the doubles and triple games.
good.
It's
Yeah.
Very good.
It makes it such a better thing. Nothing worse
It's
than
a good day
driving out. Yeah.
Great day out. Saturday
Yeah.
afternoon at Wollongong.
Yeah, there you go.
3:15.
Get out
It's
there,
gonna be
people.
great.
Yeah, in saying that, let's go the Roosters women.
Yeah, I think they'll be too strong. The North Queensland Cowboys against the Newcastle Knights. We got to back Harry's cousin in here, so we'll go the Cowboys for me.
Yep, done.
Cowboys. Sunday footy, we got the Warriors girls playing the Parramatta Eels. I'm going to back Para. I thought they were really good against your Sharks, mate.
Yeah, I think they were too. Yeah, they look good. So yeah, let's get on Para.
I'm gonna jump on the wires.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Just cause.
And to finish off, the Titans against the Broncos, another double header there, so that'll be really, really good for them up on the Gold Coast. Interesting one. The Broncos have a pretty good team. I do like the young Titans, but I will back the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos to get it done.
Done.
Beautiful. All right. Well, that is it for the Profits preview for another week.
Wow, I've got my lawn in tip-top shape.
What are you talking about, bro? This is a rugby league podcast.
Oh, sorry, man. I've just been really impressed with my new mower from Koala Mowers. It's powerful, cuts well, and gives me a nice, fresh finish. Plus, it makes my lawn look the best on the block.
Jeez, that sounds good. I really need to trim my hedges. Can they help there too?
Koala Mowers have all your lawn care needs covered, my man. They have all the right tools and equipment to trim your hedges, cut your grass, and blow away your leaves.
All right, you've convinced me. Where can I buy one?
Check them out on social media at Facebook and Instagram, or locally at 112 Russell Street, Emu Plains. And if you mention the Ruck Infringement Podcast in store, you'll get 10% off.
Great. I'm on my way to get myself a new trimmer.
Koala Mowers, making lawn care easy without the hassle of having the correct qualifications.
We've spoken a bit about Origin. It is coming up, of course. Time recording 2 nights away. The decider, going to be great. I do have a talking point about it very, very soon. But boys, some signing news throughout the week. Now, a couple of Dogs spine members.
Yep.
One big one, Reed Marnie, off to the Cowboys next season. Obviously, Cowboys losing Reece Robson to the Chooks.
Yep.
So makes sense, fits in right there. And then Sexy, Toby Sexton, off to the Catalan Dragons. So the Galvin effect has had a massive effect on the club, hasn't it? It's sort of set waves for this club, and now 2 of your current spine members are gone. Boys, what do we think about all this? I mean, like we all said that it would cause disruption. We thought it would, but we're now seeing it firsthand. Do you think the Dogs can recover from this?
Yeah, surely. Or they have to work out what they're going to do here. Yeah, because the game that we just saw, against the Broncos, wasn't it on Thursday night, Friday night? They would, I don't know, they take Matt Burton out of the game, by playing these two very, very similar play style halves here. Yeah, and they take Matty Burton out of the game. He's got to get out of position to kick the ball, which, if he kicks to his side of the field, unfortunately, they're going to be down a chaser on that side of the field. So. Yeah, I don't know. The whole 2 halves thing, it just doesn't work. Getting rid of Toby Sexton though for Lockie Galvin, I guess that's looking towards the future there. But I wouldn't say you really set the game alight though on Thursday.
The big thing that I'm struggling with for 2026 is who's going to play hooker. I mean, you've got Bailey Haywood, who can play there, but he's not a recognised hooker.
Yeah,
they haven't recruited anyone. Well, not yet. Anyway, and Gus doesn't know the kid,
so he claims.
Yeah. Someone just came off contract, and I made that joke. It was hilarious. I forget who's just come off contract. Might have been Payne Haas, even. He's never met the kid.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to sign him. He's never met him. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who plays hooker. I think that's going to be their biggest issue. Is that you're not going to move Galvin to 9. You're not going to move Burton to 9.
No, no chance. No.
That was the interesting one. I could see Sexy going.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's a half and there's no room for him.
I didn't think he'd end up in the Super League.
Marnie surprised me. I actually think Marnie was pushed. I think he was causing waves at the club.
Yeah.
The club was a bit off him with his on-field antics and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he niggled a little bit too far. But obviously they're still there for this year, so hopefully they can steer the Dogs to a premiership.
Yeah, interesting to see when the team list come out tomorrow, who gets named and whether they go back to this halves combination. But even carrying Galvin on the bench it's a waste of a bench spot. Really,
for sure.
Saving a bench spot for a halfback who, let's face it, he can't play many other positions though, can he?
Unless they play him at a running 13,
Well, that's all the talk. The talk is that as he gets bigger, they want to play him at lock.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's still too small in my opinion. Let's jump into some talking points, boys. Now, the first one, Duehi and Benji had a bit of a scuffle at training. So, apparently, Benji's put a massive shot on, smacked him too. It was really good. All the media came out and then said, there's a riff at the Tigers, blah, blah, blah. And I really like what Benji did in the press conference after the Chooks game. He said, everything's fine. There's no riff. Like
There's
he
nothing
said-
in it.
And, and Benji's always at training with them, and he's always in the line. And
Yeah.
He's always making tackles. He said, I hit him a bit hard. He got up me, and we played on.
Yeah.
But boys, what do you make about the media? Like they're always blowing things out of proportion.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get a headline,
Yeah.
really. Like, hell, Dewey could, throw his boot and almost hit, go nowhere near Benji. Oh, Dewey's lashed out and
Yeah,
threw
at
his
his
boot
coach.
at his coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they'll just do
Tried to
anything.
assault him.
Yeah, they'll just do anything to make a money headline. I think it's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's good they shut it down though, like nice
Yeah.
and quick. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they were, like I suppose like you got to say that they were honest about it, but to channel my inner Buzz Rothfield here, like when there's smoke, there's fire. Like is there like are there further issues going on with the Tigers? Like, I doubt it. Like they're both.
well, I think the big thing that they're all trying to say is they lost Galvin, they lost De Silva. Like there must be something going on. They're losing these young players that don't want to be at the club anymore. Young Josh Feldy, I heard is going as well to Manly.
Yeah.
So and that's that smoke and mirror. They're trying to put that in there and go, oh, they're losing all these young blokes. No one wants to play at the Tigers, which fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was all.
In relation to Dewey, I'm pretty sure he also just signed with fan favorite Isaac Moses as his his
jeez.
agent.
Oh,
Because he was unsigned.
he's off to Parramatta then.
Yeah, he was unsigned from this either next year or the end
Well,
of this
Gus
year.
Gould heard that.
Yeah.
Doesn't know the kid.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that came out earlier in the week as well that he signed with Isaac. So,
Yeah, very nice.
Do I hear to the Bulldogs
Yeah.
as a dummy half? Yeah,
No, he's never met him. All right.
he never met the kid.
not yet.
The next one I had, obviously, Tigers lose to Silva to Para, and that was effective immediately. So we could see De Silva named this week, which will be interesting.
Yeah.
Again, they've lost two of probably their brightest young stars coming through the ranks. Like when Luai and Coruscant leave, Galvin and De Silva would have been the future of that club.
Oh, 100%.
It does make you wonder.
Yeah.
It does make you sit there and go, why are they losing these young? Like, why do these young guys not want to play there? I know Galvin came out and said about the bullying. Everyone sort of shut it down, really. Everyone said, oh, Luai wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
We don't know. We're not in the inner circle. We're not in the sanctum.
Was it more De Silva not getting game time because he was
Yeah.
having to wait behind Coruscant there? Is that?
But it's interesting him going to Para because they've got young Riley Smith who's
Riley
killing
Smith,
it at
yeah.
the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they got Joey Lussick behind him.
Yeah.
So, although I did hear Lussick is off contract at the end of the season.
That could have been the joke that you were making earlier.
Maybe.
That could have been it. Could
Yeah.
have been it.
Yeah, Lussick, probably. Never met the kid. The other one there, Brendan Smith re-injures the MCL. Now, question I got for you boys. Are players coming back too early from injury?
Yeah. I think they just want to get some game time in, especially that length of injury too.
Because he wasn't named.
Yeah.
He was a late inclusion. He already spent 16 weeks on the sideline with that MCL from the Roosters.
Yeah. So I think he was just itching to get back out there, and it's similar to what happened with Sam Walker. You know, he was played New South Wales Cup, and then literally a couple of days later, I'm pretty sure it was in training. He broke his hand or something like that. I think as much as you want to get out there and play, you don't want to rush an injury too
Get him
early.
100% fit.
Like, especially a knee injury
That's
too.
right.
Like, as soon as you get a knee injury, it's
MCLs, ACLs,
they're the worst to come back from.
Yeah,
like
sure.
Sure. Valley too, didn't it? Like as soon as he went down, like and he clutched the same leg, and you think, oh shit, like
Was Lodge at fault there? It was a hip drop.
yeah.
But we haven't really seen hip drops called for ages now.
Yeah,
He was
no,
called, was it?
they called one in the Dragons Raiders game on Jaden Saw,
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So
which was an identical tackle to what Lodge did,
yeah.
but that doesn't get called.
Okay.
So
Yeah. No. It was very interesting.
make that make sense. Called in one game, not
the
in
other
the
one,
other.
obviously, I know we've spoken about the doggies at Langford already, but I had doggies down to third. Are they in shambles at the moment? They've now dropped down the ladder a little bit. I think we've spoken enough about that. I think
shambles, but yeah, like
it's definitely disrupted. It's
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
disrupted what's been happening. You got to remember, like, so they won. I think they lost 1 out of their first 10.
Yeah,
They won 9, lost 1. In the past month, they've lost 2 and won 1
yep.
and a bye. So
Yeah.
I think
know.
that, no pun intended, the dogs have got that dog in them. They'll want to They'll want to
a good
fight
one.
back. Thank you. One of my best. I think they'll fight back. They'll go back to their old ways from the start of the season. They'll pick up that form leading into finals because they're pretty much guaranteed finals anyway.
It's
They'll-
going to be hard to not make it from there. isn't it?
Yeah, they'll want to pick up their form and
They don't want to limp into the final either, do they? Like they want to, or they want to have at least their half
still wanna- you
situation sorted.
But
by
you
then.
still want to be playing good footy heading into finals too. Like
if their whole thing with the halves is still going on, then there's definitely something going
Yeah.
wrong there club wise.
one thing I will say is I was pretty confident they would be in the grand final. I'm not as confident now. I'm not. That game against Penrith, it was a finals game, but even watching them, I was like, okay, these are the games you need to win if you're going to play a grand final.
Yeah.
A team like Penrith, they've been there 4 years in a row, and 5 years in a row, and they are still under strength. If you beat them, yes, finals contenders.
Yep.
But for me, I don't know now. I don't know where I sit with the Dogs. I think they make finals.
I think they go deep into the finals.
Yeah, I don't know how deep though.
I think
That's
they'll
my
probably
guess.
make it to like the last week before the grand final
maybe,
and then
yeah.
get knocked out.
Yeah, interesting. Who makes the grand final? Like it's sort of
Yeah.
turns
It's
the
anyone's
competition
game
on its
now.
head now, doesn't it? Yeah, like you'd sort of say, oh, the Raiders, yeah, but like I guess the Raiders are.
I mean, I'd love to see that.
It would be good to see that. It would be good. It
Raiders,
would be good to see
Storm.
the Raiders in there. Yeah, I dare say probably Storm, but then again, I wouldn't write off the Panthers, Dolphins
Roosters.
either. Like they're smoky.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't hear any
Imagine a
other
Raiders
teams.
dog.
Chooks are coming.
Imagine a Raiders doggies grand final.
That'd be so good.
That'll be great.
Although I'd stay away from Belmore.
Oh, no.
And that's it for our talking points.
Geez, I'm starving. I could really go for a snack.
Mate, we're halfway through recording. We can't stop now for a snack. And besides, what are we going to eat that will keep our bellies full?
Dude, I know I'm sorry, but I've just discovered Gibson Country Style Jerky, the greatest jerky going around. They have a variety of flavors, including pepper steak, barbecue bourbon, and teriyaki, and they deliver countrywide.
Wow, bro, that sounds amazing. I have to get my hands on some of this. Where can I find it?
You can visit their website at gibsoncountrystylejerky.com or check out their social media pages for more. And because you're a fan of Ruck Infringement Podcast, you can use the code podcast for 10% off.
Done. Already ordered. I'm so hungry now.
Gibson Country Style Jerky, the perfect snack for any occasion.
We're going to jump into our mid-season review, doing another 4 teams here. So today we've got the Titans, the Rabbitohs, the Dolphins, and the Sea Eagles. Boys, let's start off with the Titans. Obviously, we're giving ratings from A to D, how we think their season's going so far. Dongle?
Does D mean dynamo or does D
D
mean
means-
dung?
Shit.
Yeah, okay.
They means dog shit.
No shit. Yeah, D for the tits. Doesn't really need much more explanation.
Nah.
A couple of injuries though that didn't help. Like Campbell, obviously,
Yeah.
like now.
Yeah.
Kinney as well. Like he's been a while. He's been out for a while now, hasn't he? So that was like disrupted the start of their season. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do they do from here though? Like, you can only use the same excuses for a certain amount of time before. I guess like we're going to see maybe this weekend Hez might roll soon. Yeah, in the sense of Zaz Hasler, but no, I don't see him potentially winning. Well, they might probably win 1 or 2 more games, I guess, towards the end of the year. If they play the Sharks again, they probably win. But yeah, no, you got to give him a D, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. Harry?
D.
Different grade? Yeah, D.
D. Dongle said it perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much more else to say.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I think the hard part is even if they sack Desi, like who do they get?
Who is there? Yeah.
Because we've seen them go through so many coaches and no one's been able to make a difference at the Gold Coast.
Trent Barrett.
It was literally what I was going to say. Is Trent Barrett coached there before?
He's an assistant coach. He'll be searching. He'll be looking.
We all know
he's
that
a
he
sniff.
loves a good coaching gig.
Yeah.
He loves a head coaching gig and he's got like 16% win record or something. So
Yeah.
great. But yeah, D for Titans. Boys, the Rabbitohs. Harry, we'll start with you.
D. Don't get me wrong, at the start of the season, they were going good.
Yeah.
And then they were just plagued with injuries and they just haven't found their form from years previous.
Yeah.
And they're in very high contention for the wooden spoon this year. So for me
they really
personally, I
are.
think it's a D.
Dongle.
Yeah, same. I'm going to go with the D. Yeah, they're on equal points with the Titans here, and we just smashed them, haven't we? So, yeah, you've got nothing really good to say about the Rabbitohs. Yeah, like apart from Latrell, I think Latrell's having like a better year this year as opposed to what we've seen in the last few years. But I had someone's biased. Well, I had the Rabbitohs in my top 8 this year, at the start of the year, but yeah, definitely not now. Happening, is it? Yeah, so.
Put them down the bottom there. D with the Titans.
Is D plus worse? D minus is worse.
D
isn't it?
minus.
Minus is what.
I know I didn't make that a grade, but I'm going D minus. Oh, let's go F.
I was to say I went last week. I went F for the Knights.
Yeah. let's go F, and then I've got a better idea to even make them better. Right? Kick him out of the comp again.
The North Sydney Rabbitohs.
Kick him out of the comp again and make him fight to come back in. I'd be happy for 2 years without the Bunnies. Shout out to all our Bunnies fans. We love you very much.
Did you smash the Knights again last week?
Yeah, always, man,
Every
always,
week, mate.
always.
And you should have heard him before recording tonight. You remember he was saying what he was
that
saying
thing,
about
yeah.
Newcastle.
Oofed.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
You can't say that anymore.
No, exactly. Yeah.
That happened in World War II. You can't do that.
That's right,
Yeah.
mate. Let's
This
talk
is
about
some bullshit.
let's talk about the Dolphins now, boys. Dongle, Dolphins rating?
Yeah, pretty happy with the Dolphins. Like, you got to give them at least a B, don't you?
Yeah,
like,
for
I'd
sure.
Potentially give them an A. Yeah, for what the team that when Wayne Bennett walked away and everyone's like, oh, they're done. Like a couple of recruiting or a couple of decent recruits, I guess, but nothing really too crazy. But yeah, you got to be happy with the Dolphins. I'd give them an A. Yeah, like we're all talking about it. They're a smoky to make the grand
for
final.
sure.
They're a smoky to at least get or go deep into the final series this year. I'd be pretty stoked if I was a Dolphins fan this year. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be pretty confident giving them an A.
Yeah, Harry, anything different?
I'd say B plus. I think they're on the cusp of becoming an A.
Yep.
But I think like there was a few games earlier in the year where they dropped and like games that they shouldn't have dropped.
Yeah. They started the season 0-4.
Yeah, 0-4. So that doesn't help their case at all. Like, don't get me wrong, it's great.
They lost to the Titans.
They lost.
Ooh,
Oh no!
Changing my Titans score.
But yeah, I think
D plus.
if they if they didn't start the season 0-4, I would have bumped it up like straight to an A, like no question. But like, don't get me wrong. By the end of the season, I'll probably change them to an A. But at this
Yeah.
current stage, they're a B plus. Like they knocked off Melbourne and Penrith in consecutive
Yeah,
weeks.
exactly.
I think they've had 4 games where they've put on 50 points or 5 games or whatever it is.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost
five.
3 in a row.
Almost 3 in a row.
Yeah,
During
nine,
it.
that's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're exactly right. I go B plus as well. I think they're right on the cusp there. Playing good footy, definitely dark horses. And boys, Sea Eagles. Let's start with you, Harry. They're now into the 8. Just.
If we go on A to F, I'll go in the middle. I'll go a C.
Yeah, nice.
I'll go a C. Like they've been good in some games and they've been shit in other games. They finally, it looks like they've found the key, putting Turbo in center instead of relying on him at fullback. Like they're now, pushing the future of Lehigh Hopewade, putting him at fullback. Yeah, I think C's a fair grade.
Yeah, for sure. Dongle.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with C. With the whole DCE thing at the start of the year, that just totally derailed their season, didn't it? Like, it's good to see them. It's not great to see them in the top 8, is it? But it's
Titans also beat them.
The Titans beat them too.
Titans beat Manly.
Titans beat everyone.
It is for Mick. Shout out to Mick. He's
Shout out to
happy
Mick.
in the top 8.
But yeah, C.
C. Hey, love you, Mick.
C-
No,
C, yeah.
I think C's like
C for me too.
quite fair. Yeah,
yeah.
like just shit start to the year, and it's good. They have worked it out though. I think like hopefully they can keep pushing, and that's the team they're going to pick from here on out.
It was just that period probably like a month ago where, they were just losing games for fun. And it was like, what is going on with Manly? They look so bad. So, yeah, I'll give them a C as well. But that's it for another mid-season review. We're going to hand it over now to Dongle for Dongle's Dystopia.
Welcome to Dongle's Dystopia. It's the ultimate NRL question of what if. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. Or is there?
All right, we're on.
What do you got for us, legend?
Notes. I think we're going back to 2015 again.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good year.
Great year.
Was that when NRL peaked or something? Like, this is where my notes are coming from.
We hit the peak in
Three in a row.
Roosters were minor premiers. So
Yeah, that had to be, yeah.
No, 2015 wasn't a good year now. No.
three years in a row. 13, 14, 15.
Alrighty. We're talking contracts again, though. Last one, I swear.
You love your contracts.
We
don't
do.
you?
It's a good what if, yeah? What if Jared Hayne never went to the NFL?
Oh.
Yeah, a couple of things here. Para, decent in 2014. He was equal first in the Dally M medal count with Jonathan Thurston. Hayne was. And I've already, they recruited well, but, obviously I wrote this on the go. They recruited well for 2015. Parramatta did. They were building. Bevan French came over. Semi-Rad Radras had signed as well for Para. And also Corey Norman had made his way over to Para as well, yeah. So they were building something big in 2015. And then Hayne all of a sudden just decides, yeah, nah, see ya, boys. I'm off to play for the San Francisco 49ers. And, yeah, well, the rest is history, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't know, like, they would have done well, I think, in 2014. But, yeah, what do you guys reckon would have happened to Para or that year anyway, if Hayne never went to the NFL?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because some players are made for NFL, others aren't. And I don't like Holmes did really well to go over there, do what he did, and came back, and he's still elite.
Yeah.
But Hayne just didn't do that.
Yeah.
And
I think because he put on a ton of weight as well when he went
did.
over there.
Like when he
didn't
came back for the Titans, he looked like a prop. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think you're right. I think if he had stayed, Parramatta might have done one better. You know, that illustrious premiership that they've been chasing for so many years. Maybe not 2015 or 16 because both of those, like Cowboys and Sharks, they were desperate.
Oh yeah,
They were desperate those years. But you look at maybe like a 17. You know, he's coming into his age then, and
yeah,
definitely not 18 or 19. But
yeah.
Harry, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Eels probably would have gone on to win their first premiership or their illustrious premiership. But yeah, like Jared Hayne, credit to him, he wanted to try something new, and then it kind of backfired in his face a bit, and then
Tried a couple of things since
yeah,
then.
he tried a few things, and we won't go into that detail. But it's actually good to see him now back playing footy
He's
as
playing
well.
again, yeah.
But yeah, who knows? Like, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell.
Oh, it is. It is. And that's why these hypotheticals are so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Dongle?
Yeah, no, I agree. I dare say 2015 they would have been there or thereabouts. I think I was reading more into it too. 2016 they signed who's the old fella in it? Kieran Foran.
Oh yeah.
He went over to Para as well that year, so that would have been massive for him that year. So yeah, who knows, man? Yeah, you'd like to think they would have been thereabouts. Guess we'll never know. But
I love the Hayne playing.
He
though.
was good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is
2009,
he was so good
that year
watching.
where Para looked no chance, and then he had that run of like 14 games where he just carved every game.
Kind of just came out of nowhere too.
Yeah,
Like,
and they
he's
got
like,
to the
"Oh,
grand
yeah,
final,
fuck,
and
he's just good, yeah.
shout out to Hindy because you know he'll be forever known as the crying man. But yeah,
I mean, they were cheated out of that grand final.
yeah.
but-
I mean, look, Melbourne still won the game.
yeah, they won the game, but
Still had to win the
they
game.
they got stripped of the premiership. So
Yeah, but they still won the game. So, I don't know. I think Para still needed to win
There's
the
an
game.
asterisk.
yeah,
But
there's a big old asterisk
We,
next
we,
to that
we
one.
do have a question coming up about Para soon, but yeah,
Oh, we did too. Yeah, don't we? Yeah.
love it, mate.
Perfect.
Was
Cool.
that it for?
Yeah. I'll put more effort in next
No,
week.
that was great, mate. No, we love it.
No more contracts.
You just had a third child, mate. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll give you a bit of
little
leniency.
bit sleep deprived.
Before we do our
We're
viewer
good.
questions, we're going to jump into our favourite segment, Joey's Jumble. It's back.
Yeah.
Here, who do you call when you want printing and design work done?
At print.
Yeah, bizarre name, innit?
Yeah, at print.
I mean, they could have called themselves Superfast Print.
Or we even design print.
Or Friendly Personal Service Print. Because they do all that.
When you think about it, at print says everything, really.
Yeah, so when you need design and printing done fast with friendly and personal service, call that print on 47315055.
When people ask where you got it done, you can say at print.
Shut up.
All right, if you're tuning in for the first time, Joey's Jumble, I'm going to ask the boys 3 questions from the round of footy that was. Their buzzer is their name. If they get it correct, they get a point. And if they get it wrong, they get 0. So
And get laughed at.
yeah. Without further ado, you want to test your buzzers?
Harry.
Ryan.
Oh, too good. All right, first question. Oh, do you just want me to do NRL? You don't want me to do NRLW?
Just go,
Stick
players.
NRL for
go,
you guys.
yeah, go NRL this round. Like this week.
Don't
and then,
want to make it too difficult for you.
yeah.
All right. Based on the NRL. There was 5 games this round.
Mm-hmm.
What was the highest winning margin,
Harry.
Harry?
18.
No, the highest winning margin. Oh, you mean 18? Like they
18.
won by
Yeah, they won by
points?
18. Yeah. 30-12.
Yes, correct. Well done.
Yep.
Thank you.
Manly and
1
Rubbies.
point. All right. Second question. What team scored the first try of round 18?
Harry.
Ryan.
Harry.
Doggies.
Who was it?
Oh, I thought you just said the team.
Yeah, you got it right. I'm just. Who was
Was it Marcelo Montoya?
it? No. Burton.
It wasn't. It was Burton, was it?
Burton
Yeah.
got the first one.
Was it kick out now? That was Burton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burton got that first one where he where it came off the player, didn't he?
No, it was actually Marcelo Montoya.
I thought he got the second try.
He
Double-
Sorry.
double
he got-
points.
He got the
Double
second
points.
try.
No, you get one.
He got the second. Try and doubt me. How dare you?
How could I? Harry's on
dare
2, Dongle on 0. Dongle,
Happens
you
a
gotta-
lot.
gotta win this one, mate. All right, third and last question. In the Roosters v Tigers game. Yep, good.
Yeah.
In the Roosters v Tigers game, what was the end result?
Harry,
Right.
Oh, Harry.
It's too good. So fast.
30-28.
Well done. He's taken all 3 points this week.
I was
Great job,
contemplating just getting it wrong. So
Well, I mean, I thought it was going to be 30-26. I don't know what happened with 16 seconds to go. And
Yeah, like, what
Teddy
the
wanted to not take
Yeah.
the kick, and then Sandon took the kick. So I don't know.
No, explaining the rules.
Yeah,
to him.
explain the
There's a
rules to
little bit
the
of a-
former Australian and New South Wales captain. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he's like, I know how to play. All right,
I thought that was his try celebration though, because he got up and he started doing like the Macarena. I'm like,
yeah.
what's going on here? That funny.
we got him.
Just on that, who did the best? Do you reckon this week? Try July.
Cherry Evans.
I was going to say Cherry Evans.
Meany. I liked Meany.
Meany's
Yeah,
one was
it's,
good.
it's between Meany and Cherry
I like
Evans.
Cherry's though with the
Yeah.
with
the old walking stick.
Yeah, it was good.
The old fuck.
All right, we're going to jump into some viewer questions before we finish up. We do have a few this week. We have 4, so thank you for sending those in. Hit that first one for me.
Yeah.
So it opens it up. So this is from a good mate of ours, James Pico. Remember James? James would send a question in every week. He hasn't for a while. But he said, I've got a genuine question. Does the referee of the second game lean towards the team that lost the first game so there is a decider? So he's talking Origin.
Yep.
He's talking, obviously, game 2, we saw Queensland with all the penalties. And then game 1, we saw New South Wales with all the penalties. What do we think?
He's not far off the mark there, I reckon. I think, like, because they're advertising Origin as, like, the pinnacle of football. Like, it's the most viewed games. Like,
There's so much money in the New
there's
South
so
Wales
much
game.
money.
Yeah.
There's so much money in it. They would surely, like, don't get me wrong. There was, back in the past where there was like clean sweeps and left, right, and centre.
But we haven't had clean sweeps in. So Queensland haven't done a clean sweep since 2010.
Yeah.
New South Wales haven't done one since 2000.
Yeah. So I think, the deciding games. Don't get me wrong. It makes for a great atmosphere at the game too.
Yeah.
And it keeps everyone on the edge of their seats. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's good and bad to it. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
It's good that they go to a decider, but it's also bad when it's blatantly obvious that they're
Yeah.
trying to make it a decider.
It does look like that. It looks like a bit of a cash grab.
I
Yeah.
totally agree. Yeah, I think there is something more there than just meets the eye. I don't think it's just pure luck that all of a sudden it seems like one team is done a little more hardly by. I think we lost game 1 last year, didn't we? Like Queensland got up
Oh, I don't
game
remember.
1, and we won the second game, and then we went to Suncorp to seal it.
And we won, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm fairly sure that was the same in game 2. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we had like fair suck of the sav there.
Yeah, absolutely.
As they say.
Great
Yeah, so,
question, James.
yeah.
Thank you for sending that in.
Agreed.
Next one here.
When am I?
So this is from our good sponsors at the Corner Post. So Julie, she runs the Corner Post. She's a mad Eels fan.
Oh,
Yep.
She sent through.
I love her even more now. How good's this?
She sent through. When are my mighty Eels going to win another grand final? Lol. I think lol is the key part of that sentence.
Yes.
Because, sorry, Julie. I mean, and they are our newest sponsors, so we don't want to talk
Yeah.
ill about the Parramatta Eels. And we love the Eels, don't we?
Oh yeah, we love them so
We
much.
love
I've said
love
a few
Parramatta.
times,
Yeah, we
They're my
love-
second
we love
team.
it.
Especially Harry. Harry loves
Oh
them.
yeah, I love Parramatta. let's just go back to 2022. Yeah.
But no, look, if we're speaking honestly, I don't know. It's so hard to tell.
I think it's going to be at least another decade.
It's just where do they go? I mean, they lose Dylan Brown next
Lost Dylan
year.
Brown, yeah.
They've lost
What's their
Reid
halves
Marnie.
situation now, yeah. Like they've
Well,
even next year, like
Yeah, it's going to be Moses and probably Hawkins, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moses Hawkins.
Um,
Talon De Silva will be a good pickup for him.
Yeah,
Like,
but do
you'll
you win
still
a
need
comp with De Silva? Like
you'll need a
that's-
year or two for Nigel, won't you?
Yeah,
Then they'll
you
need
know.
another big guy at the front. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they've got.
I think Riles has a big
Williams
job on his
yeah,
hands.
absolutely. Yeah, and he said and they said it was a rebuilding phase there, but
I
it's
mean,
not too long. Yeah, to see him because you get.
Can we
used
give a
to
year? Let's try a year. What do you reckon?
rain check in a year? Yeah, come back. to
I'll
us.
go 2030. 4 years time. 5 years time.
I'll go 2040.
Come on, Dongle, give us a number.
We'll go 2028.
Yeah, nice.
Look
I
it
love
up there.
Get up there. There you go.
Actually,
that
someone
was
did that before, didn't they? Like there was something on the internet. Someone did a chat GPT thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. It was
It's
just
like
randomly 1 year was like Parramatta Eels, and then it was back to like Penrith Melbourne.
Yeah, it was
Penrith,
like
Melbourne.
Penrith, Melbourne, Bunnies, Para.
I think Roosters were in there as well. Yeah.
Roosters, Sharks were in there as well.
It's like para.
It's just Para, this one random ass year.
That,
is like,
what I think, they'll get to the 50-year mark. So it's been 37 years already since their last comp.
yeah.
They'll get to the 50-year mark and then they'll
so
win.
it'll be 2038.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Now, this is from good mate Mick. Mick from the Panther Army.
Yep.
Mad Panthers fan.
Yep.
And he has sent through, how will Origin Game 3 be refed? I think we spoke a little bit about
Hopefully
that
fucking
already.
better than game 2.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Better
100%.
than game 2. Put the whistle in your pocket.
Let it free flow, man.
Let them play. Let them free throw. How good is an open, free flowing Origin game?
Oh, yeah.
It's the
for sure.
best.
The best. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hopefully in the pocket, man. Like that's all
I
can
agree.
say.
Let him play. Let him biff. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, just fucking get it.
It's Origin.
Yeah. It's game
I
3.
think
It's
that's-
a
I think-
decider.
Great question, Miko. And we got one more here. I got to read this name. Who are Smurf? And he said, Waz, can we maintain top 4 without Metcalf? No, is my opinion.
It pains me to say it, but no. I think you stay in the top 8, but I don't think top 4.
No.
In the 8, absolutely. In the 4 is hard to say without Metcalf. They do have the buffer, though, of 2 games in hand, don't they, to the Broncos? I'm pretty sure we read out before.
Yeah.
So that's going to obviously help quite a fair bit. Yeah, shit. This week will be a hard one, though, to tell. Like, they got the Tigers.
Yeah.
The Tigers full of confidence. So this will be a good week to sort of gauge on that. Yeah, hopefully they don't keep sliding because it's always good to see the Warriors at the top.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
they're one of those teams that you like seeing up there doing well. Like, if you've got a bad thing to say about the Warriors,
You're a wanker.
yeah, you're a wanker.
I love the
40.
Waz.
Yeah.
And this year I've been so high on Metcalf, but
Yeah.
he's just such a big loss, and that's why I think they'll drop out. We had one more question from our good producer, Reese, just here. Just there.
Oh, sorry.
And he wrote, what has...
You want to read it out, Ryan?
What has to be done? Sorry, just trying to lean over here. What has to be done to stop these late bunker calls for whatever reason? Calling out events that happened sets ago are ruining the momentum of the game.
I agree. I hate when you're watching the footy and something happens 15 minutes ago and then they call it 15 minutes later and you're like, why?
Honestly, I think the bunker should just be used for try or no try. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, fuck it off for everything else. Just go off the ref's live decision. If you
Yeah,
don't
I
like
agree.
it, tough shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
that's
use
all.
it for
Yeah.
try, no
Yeah.
try. Leave it at that.
Yeah. And a bit of a follow up to that. Like, what do you reckon about the captain's challenge? Like I like it's there, but they're like, oh, like, you know, like I didn't knock the ball on. They're like, okay, they're challenging the decision of a knock on, and then they'll go back, oh, we've cleared the kick chasers onside.
Yeah, they
he
check
hasn't been
everything
taken
else.
out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
he's
Why
not
not just-
there. This is okay.
Yeah.
He's not in the way. There's no obstruction, and no, he hasn't knocked the ball on. That's all right.
I think
It's
what
like,
I
what's
hate
the
about
fucking point
the
of that?
captain's
Yeah.
challenge is that it can be so grey area again because it as much as they say it's not based off ref's call, it still is. Because there's so many times where
Inconclusive
we
and then-
see a captain's challenge, the ball go back and they go, oh, it's a knock on.
Yeah.
Okay, so like they challenged because they thought there was a chance. We can all see it's gone back, but you're still calling it knock on. Like, so yeah, sometimes it's just a mute point. But thank you for all those questions, everybody. We really appreciate that. And that is all we have time for on the Ruck Infringement podcast tonight. I want to thank to all our sponsors for the great work you do. We really appreciate you. Of course, to my co-host tonight in Dongle and the International Cricket Sensation. Of course, I'm Joey. Sorry about the voice tonight and the coffee.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
Sorry about that.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. We'd like to thank you, the listener, as well. You are what makes this podcast what it is. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X, and also Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course, YouTube as well, where it is absolutely flying. Don't forget to check out our latest sponsor, Corner Post. Now, at the moment, Corner Post is at Wetherill Park. You can go to the shopping centre there, check out the Corner Post Mad Sports Store. They've got all your sports needs, rugby league, soccer, everything, you name it. They're moving in August to Westfield, Liverpool.
Yeah, mad.
And there's going to be a grand opening date to be confirmed at the moment, and we are hoping to be at the grand opening.
We shall be there,
which will be
That sounds
amazing.
great.
So, grand opening, you'll see an episode live from us, hopefully, if all does go to plan. But check them out, the Corner Post, on social media, Facebook and Instagram, or at their website as well. Until next time, I'm Joey. That's Harry. That's Ryan. Be good.
Congrats to Ryan and his family with baby dongle number 3. He's changing filthy nappies with the greatest of ease. Ryan throws it to Harry, who catches it but drops his beer. And Joey tipped the rabbits 5 dolphins. He won't live that down this year. It's the Ruck Infringement Podcast. Bring your footy brains and cheer from Dongle's dystopia. Dynamos and Dungs and Joey's jungle here. Thanks to every listener and sponsors. You're the standout. Brandon Smith is back from injury. Oh wait, he's injured again. You're out. Claws out. Episode 117. Be good.
See how they go from being so sweet to just wanting to tear your face off, and they can do it like that.